What's up, guys? JK Disc Golf here, and after finally disc golf coming back with the dynamic discs open, I finally can talk a little bit about disc golf. So a little bit of obviously hiatus from the disc golf tournament has gone by. I wanted to make videos about each and every tournament, kind of discuss the main points, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. But finally we are back, and I have some important topics to talk about in the dynamic disc open. For this first episode that I'm going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Casey White's first tournament being sponsored by Discmania and how he represented the brand in his very first tournament coming back. I think a lot more eyes were on Casey White, expecting some big things. So did he fall up to those accomplishments, or did he fall short? We'll talk about that right now. Casey White came into this tournament rated 1,003. Really, he was unsponsored going up until the drive there, who then A.V. Jenkins offered him an opportunity to be a part of the Discmania brand. I think we all saw this coming, especially being with Simon Lizotte so close in the coming months. But I think this is a great fit for Casey. I think that this is going to present him a great opportunity to play more tournaments and showcase what he's been going to do. So even from the beginning of Simon Lizotte's vlogs, we've seen him increase exponentially. After the months and months of playing, we really got to see him play on Simon's vlogs. We saw him putt better, drive better. Probably behind the scenes, which we didn't really get to see, was Simon helping him along the way. Seems like they've really built a friendship. They're driving across the country to disc golf tournaments. You gotta have a special bond there somewhat. So definitely this friendship is growing Casey, not only as a disc golfer, but I think as a person as well. And he's going to evolve better and better throughout this disc golf community. But like I said, rated 1,003 going into this tournament. I don't know what people's expectations were, but my expectations for Casey White going into this tournament was, and I made the bold statement that he was going to place higher than Brodie Smith. Coming into that, obviously I guess we won't know with Brodie not playing the final round of the tournament, but going into the third round, if Brodie was to play, Casey would have been in the lead. So if we're talking about that, I think that I came up with a pretty good evaluation beforehand, and I mean, I think that if there was a round 3 for Brodie, that Casey White would have exceeded Brodie in the tournament. Casey actually did take 26th place, but he beat out a lot of notable players. Brian Earhart, Thomas Gilbert, Tristan Tanner, all these guys are touring pros, and Casey in his very first tournament kind of playing back, trying to really exceed as a sponsored player, beat these players. So I think that's a really good starting point for him. He averaged above his rating and all. Throughout the tournament, the first round he shot 1,000 rated. He shot a +4, or +3 or +4, something like above what kind of was expected, I would say. But then going into the next round, shooting a -4, and that was great to see. And then last round, shooting 1,007, shooting another 68, which tied his first round, but it was higher rated, obviously. So all those three combined, he was shooting 1,000 rated, averagely shooting above his rating above throughout the whole tournament. I think that's great to see. Definitely we're going to see him improve and improve. A lot of people are already saying that he's well over 1,003 rated, but he just got to get those tournaments in. This break obviously didn't help him at all. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, and which I think Casey White has better over than Brodie Smith, is that consistency. Obviously, Casey White, he's talked about it before. He's grown up on disc golf. It's something he loves to do. So he's obviously been playing for years above Brodie. But we can, for even Brodie's 2 rounds we saw him shot a par round, and we saw him shot a +7. The drastic differences weren't there for Casey. Obviously, he didn't shoot. He shot a 68, 61, 68. Yeah, 7 strokes difference, but he was still averaging 1,000 rated. He wasn't shooting a crazy amount over. He was kind of staying consistent, especially taking 26th place. You got to shoot at least consistent 3 rounds because the field is deep. There's a lot of great players. You got to shoot a very good golf to even be talking about that. Now, before the tournament, like I said, for a good gauge on where to be placed, to be taken seriously, I said top 25. Missed out on that a little bit, but 26 ain't too bad if you think about it. Now, Casey White is going to keep evolving throughout disc golf. He's going to keep playing with Simon. He's going to play with these big-name players. And I think there's a lot of things to see with him, especially going through Discmania, using those discs, kind of being more concise. I don't think his bag changed up a lot. I think he was really just throwing Innova and Discmania anyways. But it's going to be awesome to see Casey White exceed in disc golf. I really have high expectations for him. Like I said before, I think that he's going to be better than Brodie Smith, especially in the short-term game. But I think if he keeps playing with Simon, keeps playing with these other players, we saw him playing with Eagle, I think that he has a great opportunity to exceed in the professional sport. He's still young, guys. You got to remember that. He isn't like Brodie coming in 30 years old. He's still a young kid. So I think he still has the opportunities to improve, to grow, to throw farther. We see him throwing far already, making putts. He's got all the attributes of a disc golfer. Now he just needs to kind of put them in place, but a little bit more upon the consistency, and really he just needs to learn about a little bit more about that winner's attitude, because he hasn't really been there. But I think with time that will come, especially with Simon, especially with the Discmania guys, nothing to worry about. It's going to be awesome to see him going into the Preserve. Again, I think that if he gets a top 25 finish and exceeds that, shooting above his rating, nothing to worry about. Yeah, obviously isn't going to be a guy shooting up the top 5 rankings quite yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets there, but right now he really needs to work on that top 25 finish, keep doing him. And like I said, I think he has the opportunities, the attributes to succeed in this community, and I really hope he does. So we're going to be following along Casey White throughout the season just to see how he does improve. He's one of the 2 guys, in my opinion, who are going to be very looked at this season. Obviously, Brodie, hopefully he continues at other tournaments, but with his Lyme disease, not too sure. And then Casey White as well. So we're going to follow these 2 guys. Hopefully they make us proud in the disc golf community. But that's all I got today, guys. That was how Casey White did it in the Dynamic Disc Open. If you like this format, you want to see more opportunities for big main event topics being talked, obviously leave them in the comment section below. I will be talking about them. As they come along, I will talk about them. So hopefully you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you get notifications on all the new videos, guys. And as always, make sure to keep throwing.